0.5. PrizePicks has their week 1 lines up, and they have Matt Stafford at 0.5. Free money, free square, free profit, free revenue, free rent, free mortgage, free my dog YG. It's all free. And it's sitting there on PrizePicks. 0.5 passing yards. All he's got to do is throw one single pass, and we're money. And then you rack that up with something on the running back page. I like Jonathan Taylor over 95.5 against Houston. You know, I spit it out at y'all yesterday. I yelled 143, 145. His rushing totals against Houston last year. 2 games, went out of his mind. Easiest over I've ever seen. Throw 20, win 60. All right? PrizePicks. If you're brand new to PrizePicks, this is it, homies. Use promo code BDGE when you sign up, and you're gonna get double whatever you throw down. Double. What language is that? Is that French? Is this French? Hello? Is anybody out there? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Did I turn comments off? I think I turned comments off, didn't I? Oh no, allow all comments. No, we straight. All right, somebody say something. I'm scared. What's up? Thank you, Tariq. Good man. PrizePicks.com. App link is in the description. Use promo code BDGE. Double your deposit. Nail Stafford. 0.5 passing yards. It expires in 12 hours. So whenever you're watching this, you're probably too late. Let us mock draft, baby. Here's what we're going to do today. It's a Sunday. So I ask why you yelling. New episode of Why You Yelling dropping tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern time, where we talk about everything going on behind the scenes in the biz. Hello, Dan. Hello, Batmac. Victor, how we doing, everybody? So we're going to do a 12-team mock draft on Sleeper. We've already filled it with everybody from the Discord. If you want to be involved in my mock drafts for the rest of the summer, very easy. Come in, join the BDGE Discord. It's free. It's I think the second link in the description down below. Pop in. Say hello. Say no. Say whatever you want in there. Just don't yell about it. All right? We're in there chatting about everything. Fantasy, dynasty, content creation, Marg ratings, all of it. All right? So join the BDG Discord. That's where I drop the links to anything that I'm working on. If we're doing mock drafts, I drop it in there first. Let it fill up with the real dogs. Doggy dogs. Hello, everybody. Eddie, Daniel, what's up? Let's get this mock draft cracking. Let's get it on and mocking. Ain't no stopping. Damn, that was a good transition. Damn, I'm fucking good. All right, we're going to kick it off, and we got a 12-teamer. This is half PPR, and we're actually doing, I don't know why I did this again. I really be letting y'all get in my fucking head sometimes. Be like, oh, one quarterback. I just know so much of my audience still plays one quarterback, unfortunately. So every once in a while, I want to mess around and throw a one quarterback mock in the mix. You know, it's something you got to do. It's like using lime juice instead of regular limes in your marg. It's just sometimes it's the appropriate recipe. So that's what we're doing today. One quarterback, half PPR. And my strategy going into this is ZeroRB. I am not going to draft a running back for at least the first 4 rounds. We want to see how the team turns out. I think it's going to be gruesome. I think it's going to be disgusting. I think it's going to be fucking period blood all over my roster. So without further ado, we are off to the races. Skippy V Dub. Easy pick on JT. We'll take comments and stuff from the audience as they come up. 11 hours left for Stafford. I'm trying to tell people. If you don't prioritize RB as ETN RB1, I mean, it's really going to depend. I would say in that 5th round. Here's the thing. In a one quarterback league, I probably won't be able to get ETN that late. I should have done Superflex just so it would make sense. But it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to figure out which running backs will be available in the 5th round in a 1 QB league. At that point, I might fade it into fucking oblivion and just take a quarterback in the, 5th round, 6th round range. This is correct. But yeah, I mean, these are all options. Okay, see, now we're just going to draft all the wide receivers because you don't want me to have anybody. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. T, sir, do the right thing and take Sammy Watkins here. Do the right thing, sir. You guys are fucking losers. This is why I can't make this content, because it's not realistic, because you guys just cheat to fucking take away the players that I would take. Like, this is not how a first round fucking would work. Might actually be exactly how a first round would play itself out. So, listen, I'm going to take Devontae Adams because he's the next wide receiver up, and you guys are losers, and that's fine. It's fine. I've cultivated an audience of losers who just want to piss me the fuck off, and it's Sunday, and I don't like to yell on a Sunday. What's up, Kent? You became a YouTube member. I don't even really know what that means. Yeah, Garrett, I know it's fucking realistic. I just wanted to I should have been the 5th pick or the 6th pick. Just want to say thank you for helping me win my league last year. You're awesome. That makes one of us out there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I'll go with Devontae Adams, man. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. And then there's 19 running backs off the rip. Silliness. I will I'm okay with Devontae Adams, man. Like, I'm fine with him. I typically wouldn't take him at the 107. I'd probably go with the running back there. But I'm way more on Adams than I think most people are. They just see him go over to the Raiders, and he's like, oh, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. Like, use Hunter Renfrow as a reason why I'm not taking Devontae Adams one more fucking time. You dumb bitch. I can't wait for the night with you. So we could look at tight ends as well, because we're just going 0 running backs. Doesn't mean we're going all wide receivers. Kelsey's off the board. I like Andrews, but I'm not really getting over my skis on him, because I do think that Baltimore offense is going to go way more run heavy with their running backs bike on the field here. So don't love Andrews, at least not here at the 206. I do love CeeDee Lamb, and for a long time you were able to get him super late in terms of like end of 3rd round. I guess in Superflex you probably would be still, but he'd be my next guy up. I like CeeDee. I like Mike Evans a lot as well. We'll go CeeDee though, because we have Cooper gone. We have, oh, this is kind of fire. Wait, is my thumbnail Adams and CeeDee Lamb? Am I that fucking good? Did I do it again? I do it again. I can't wait for the night with you. Ah, fuck, it was J. Jeff and CeeDee Lamb, but it was close. It was close. Yeah, so CeeDee Lamb, listen, like, Dallas's offense is fast-paced still. They still throw the ball so fucking much. And now Cooper's gone. Michael Gallup's hurt. So CeeDee Lamb, I just don't see a way that he does not finish as like a top 8 at worst fantasy wide receiver with like realistic potential to finish in that range where we're drafting him amongst the Chases and the Jeffersons next year. He's still so young. Really big fan of CeeDee Lamb this year. So happy to get him at 206. After him, we had Mark Andrews, Mike Evans, Aaron Jones, Uncle Lenny, Debo, Kyle Pitts, Josh Allen, Javonte Williams, T. Higgins. Interesting little strategy there by Skippy. You know, my dog's name was Skippy. I had a fat pug for 15 years. Called him Skippy. For sure named after the peanut butter too. You know, it wasn't accidental that he ended up being 17 pounds overweight. That ass, like, pugs are supposed to be, I think it was like 18 pounds. He was 35 pounds. He was double whatever. He was chonky. That dude was chonky. Ever since I had him, I'll never go back to a non-fat dog. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Anyways, his favorite food is cheese. And if you gave him fat-free cheese, he knew he'd spit it out. True story. Saddest story ever told. Josh Allen, Kyle Pitts together. So I don't hate the strategy from the 101. Let me make my pick right quick. A.J. Brown at the 3-7. We have Brown, Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin, DK. Oh, man. This gets pretty ugly pretty quick. What are we looking at tight end-wise, quarterback-wise? This is fucking silly. I almost don't hate Darren Waller there. A.J. Brown. I just made like a fade A.J. Brown video too. You know what? I'm going to go with Herbert, and I'll solidify my quarterback spot there. This is for redraft. This is a 1-quarterback redraft half PPR league. So I went with Herbert there. Listen, like Herbert was an absolute baller last year, and he's entering his prime. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if he finishes the QB1. He was a QB3 last year, threw for over 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, sneaky added 303 on the ground. And this was our first year really getting acclimated to that offense. They're fast-paced, really high-paced, really high pass rating. Everything lines up there for him to smash. So it was like him or guys that I feel less confident in. I'm nervous about A.J. Brown kind of busting. I'm nervous about Deontay Johnson. I'm nervous about Terry. I'm nervous about DK. Like, I'm nervous about all the guys remaining on this Q list. So why not just take the safe play there? And I'm okay with Justin Herbert there. And we'll see if I can Brown, Patrick Mahomes. Someone asked, this is disgusting. You're disgusting. Why no running backs? Just join. I'm just fucking around with different strategies. Last week or a couple weeks ago, whenever I did the last mock draft, I went just running back off the rip. 4 running backs in a row just to test out and see what our teams look like. Herbert over Mahomes. Yeah, for sure. Listen, Mahomes will be fine this year. I just don't know what that offense is going to be without Tyreek Hill. It's just one of his best weapons just gone. And now it's just an aging Kelsey. It's like an aging Kelsey, and the rest is kind of meh. Okay. Do win now teams trade AJB? Listen, AJB is one of those guys that I think, I just made a short on him. That AJB is a guy, he's a top 5 wide receiver in real life. You put him with the best quarterback and he stays healthy, he's putting up, elite numbers at wide receiver. Very fucking beautiful. Okay, so here's something a little bit crazy here. Mike Williams still all the way down at 68. I want to say an underdog draft, so he's probably much higher up and much sharper. I realized, I don't know if you guys, if you replay this, if you clip it from like 30 seconds ago, I was like, I'll take Herbert and I'll try to stack him with someone. I saw Keenan Allen was already drafted, and then I realized Mike Williams wasn't drafted yet, so I stopped talking immediately so that you fuck boys could not take him from me. And listen, we have Mike Williams. We have a couple of guys on this list like Michael Pittman and Hollywood Brown even, Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson that I value very, very highly. But if they're all in the same tier, the tiebreaker for me would be Mike Williams with Justin Herbert here. So that was an easy choice for me. I love that little fucking stack. I think Juju can ball out with Mahomes. I guess. Juju's not like a guy who elevates quarterbacks, though. He's like a safety valve right now at this point. I don't know really what to make of Juju, but I'm not gonna bank on a resurface of Juju. I might end up grabbing him somewhere or another. Back to AJB question, though. AJ Brown's a dude that he's way too talented for me to give up in Dynasty. It's unfortunate. It feels like, we might hit a rough path. We might hit some growing pains along his Dynasty trajectory. But I'm holding steady with AJB. Okay, so after my Mike Williams pick, we had J.K. Dobbins, Josh Jacobs, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Pittman. Dobbins is a guy that I'm very, very afraid of this year at this point. Anything I've heard on him injury-wise is a little bit concerning, as well as just the overall feel that I definitely think they're going to be in some sort of committee there. So I'm a little bit nervous about Dobbins. Jacobs is a guy who I've kind of come full circle on. I'm kind of in on Josh Jacobs because one of the sentiments that I preach typically is if you're not going to catch a ton of passes, like, what you need to do is look at the offense, look at the scoring opportunities, and look at the volume as a runner. Josh Jacobs definitely gets the early down work. And now this team, they were good already last year. They weren't, top 5, but they were good enough to be considered a good scoring offense. And now they had Devontae Adams. So I think Jacobs is sneaky low key. I was on a podcast yesterday or 2 days ago with Adam 40 Chess Dynasty. You guys can go check that out. I'll link it in the description. But we talked about Josh Jacobs for a long time, and we kind of came to the conclusion that Josh Jacobs is a little bit of like a Joe Mixon arbitrage, where Mixon didn't do anything differently last year. He wasn't better. He didn't make more explosive plays. He didn't catch any more passes. All he did was simply exist in an offense that scored more points. And thus his yearly touchdowns went from 6, 5, 8, 9 to 16, right? That's how you become a good fantasy player. So Josh Jacobs is in a very similar position where he gets about the same amount of volume, gets about the same amount of receptions and targets as Mixon does. It kind of depends on what that Raiders offense looks like, So I'm buying more and more into Josh Jacobs because of that. Judy, Pittman, Gibson. I can't believe Judy went before Pittman. Antonio Gibson, Akers, Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton, George Kittle, DJ Moore, and I'm almost bike up. And now we are in the zone where I will start drafting running backs. It doesn't mean I'm gonna. I'll see what's chilling on the freaking board here because we can go 2 wide receivers. We can start 2 wide receivers in the flex as well. I already have my quarterback, so we don't have to fuck around with that. What are we doing at tight end? So I really like Dalton Schultz this year. I'm a big fan of Schultz, but I already do have CeeDee Lamb. Maybe would have made sense if I skipped on Herbert and waited till I can grab Dak in like another round. Then I would have liked that stack a little bit, but we're probably going to pass over that for right now. Let's look what we got at running back. Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell seems like a really good ZeroRB running back to take. Oh, Kyler's still on the board. Damn, I wish I waited. Hurts too. Elijah Mitchell seems like a really good ZeroRB candidate because your wide receivers are so strong. You hit on one like upside RB1 and you're pretty much set for the year. And Mitchell certainly has that within the range of outcomes. Like he's going into the year as a starter. He's going into the year as a guy who's going to get a lot of volume, but there are a lot of things that can go wrong. So I like Mitchell as a ZeroRB kind of candidate. And there are a bunch of other guys on the list that I don't really want to talk about yet, but we will once we get to it. And good pick by Mikey Burrito. I'm just calling you Burrito boy. Burrito took Allen Robinson at the 5'8", where I was debating between Robinson and Mitchell. And typically, had I gone running backs early, this would have been easy sweet spot for Allen Robinson. Love him there. We have Hawkinson, Kyler Murray, Marquise. Oh, Hollywood lasting this long is fucking criminal. Criminal. I should have taken him, honestly. How early would you take Schultz this year? Honestly, I would have thought about taking him where I took Mitchell. I don't know if I would have pulled the trick. It depends on the team makeup. Like because I'm forcing myself into a strategy, I was completely avoiding him there. But had I gone with like a running back up here and had I not taken a quarterback, I would have been more open to taking Schultz here. But the way this team was putting together, kind of needed a running back here instead of taking Schultz. But this is probably around the like Kyler Murray, all these guys I would have taken before Robinson, Murray, Marquise Brown, I would have taken before Schultz. But this is probably about the range. I'm getting higher and higher and higher on Schultz. Super athletic, just in a great offense that passes the ball a lot. Saw everything we needed to see from him last year. So this he could be this year's breakout guy, like real breakout, like Mark Andrews type shit. So Schultz, I feel like 5th, 6th round is perfect. The beautiful part is like no one's going to take him above like George Kittle. So those guys will have to go off the board before anyone feels comfortable taking on Dalton. So you could probably wait on him more often than not. I can't wait for the night with you. The fuck is this? Oh boy. All right, let's check the queue right now. I probably should have been paying attention a little bit more. That's nice. Running backs, tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Dawson Knox. I hate these running backs. I really do. Wide receivers, I do not love either. I like Goddard. I don't hate Miles Sanders as a ZeroRB guy. AJ Dillon seems like he's a really, really good ZeroRB player as well because he's going to give you standalone value. He's going to get his 10 to 12 carries a game. He's going to get a lot of goal line work in an offense. Should be way more pass heavy. And then obviously if something happens to Jones, you have a top 5 running back right there. So Dillon feels like just the perfect pick this year in 6th, 7th rounds and even later if you're in a super flex league. He's a guy that, he's going to be a flex play for you more likely than not. And I would say like every other week he'll probably score a touchdown, which will give you the 12 to 15 points. I can't wait for. I want Hollywood in every draft, playing with a legit friend and former quarterback. Man, this was how all fantasy football was decided. You know, me and Animal would be fucking running the table. He'd be drafting us in the third round. Legit friend. Stevie One Change is actually a former quarterback. Gruesome. Yeah, you know, it's call it fucking clickbait. Worked for you. Would you take C. Patterson around 7-8? No, I would not. Very, very hard to be intrigued by Cordarrelle Patterson this year. I think it was very clear that they did not want him to run the ball a lot at the end of last year, and that will probably be their strategy going into this year. We also have Marcus Mariota coming in who can't really throw the ball. So, no, Cordarrelle Patterson is a double-digit round guy for me, unfortunately. The fall-off was fucking real towards the end of last year. It was so good. It was so good and then just so bad. Like a real hot and steamy romance, man. Started off just everything you've ever wanted it to be, and then reality kicked in. That's what Cordarrelle Patterson was. After Dillon, we saw Cooper, Mooney, like that Mooney pick, Godwin, Russ Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. And we have entered the 7th round. I can't wait. Oh, fuck, Noah's here. Kareem Hunt at 7-1. So I'm working on a video right now where it's like, if you want to draft this running back, don't, and just draft this running back. And Kareem Hunt is in that. Kareem Hunt is the guy that if you want to draft, you want to draft this guy instead. Based on like ADP. And for me, that guy is Melvin Gordon. Think of the situations that Kareem Hunt, Melvin Gordon are in. Without Deshaun Watson, Melvin Gordon and Kareem Hunt are going to have the same amount of work, right? Both going to have the same amount of work. One is now in a better offense. They're both secondary to a younger back that's better than them. But both of them are going to be 1Bs in their offense. One's going to have more scoring opportunities. All right, we are bike up on the clock. Damien Hurst. Yeah, I'm probably sitting on running back here. I don't see a ton of value that I want to jump up for. I have zero interest in Clyde this year, like zero. I wouldn't touch Clyde until we're getting to like the 11th, 12th round, if I'm being honest, even in a fucking one quarterback league. All right, 7th round here. We know. Oh, I haven't taken a tight end yet. Oh fuck! No. Bop. Beep boop bop. Oh, you piece of fucking shit. Tough scene. Can you tell? Fuck. I'm so fucking pissed right now. In a 12-team league with 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 flexes, 7 bench spots, what roster? This is an out of control question. This is just too general without enough. Yeah, I wanted to take Hopkins there. Where you at? Would you rather have Ken Walker or James Cook? Ken Walker. At least one of them has upside. Is Ramon? Someone you look at late? Yeah, I like Ramondre. I definitely take Ramondre over Damian Harris based on where they're both going. Dillon over Cooper. That's interesting. Yeah, dude. I can't imagine. I don't care for Jacoby Brissett's first option. It's looking more and more like Watson's going to miss this year. That's facts. That's also facts. Damian Harris, DeAndre Hopkins, Rashad Bateman, Devontae Smith, Ken Walker, Dak Prescott. Ken Walker, so overrated. I mean, listen, I don't think he's overrated as a prospect. I think a lot of the times where you see him going redraft, he's probably overrated. I think at the 7-12, in a 1 quarterback league, that's not crazy. That would push him back into almost the 9th round for a super flex league, which I'm okay with. What other running backs you got available here? Cordarrelle, Singletary, Pollard, Edmonds. He has as much upside as any of those guys easily. Sup, biatch? You ever have that? Anyone have that ringtone back in the day? For all you young folks, you're not going to know what the fuck this mean, but we had ringtones, right? Where a song would play every time someone called you. But you usually you do a custom ringtone. Sometimes they had one that was called, like a biatch is calling. I set that shit for all my friends. I somehow thought that shit was funny. It wasn't funny at all, but you know what it'd be. See, I could have sat here and waited on fucking Tom Brady all the way down here. I should have waited on QB. I really should have. I can't wait for the night with you. Garrett Wilson. Oh, I'm going to fucking time out again, huh? No, what are you doing? I'm a menace. I'm a menace to my own fucking mental health. I'm a fucking menace to my own good standing in society. God damn it. I don't want Tyler Lockett. I don't want fucking Drew Lock's number 2. Whatever. Just ask me questions. Just fucking hang out with me. Pure agave and lime or marg mix? Okay, what do you think? What do you think here? Obviously agave and lime. Definitely never marg mix. I almost would say I'd rather not have a marg than have one with marg mix. Like fake marg mix. That shit is disgusting. I'd rather fucking drink Kool-Aid. What tequila do you like? I mean, when it's mixed in a margarita, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's not like bottom shelf shit. But anything normal will work. Even like Hornitos and that stuff will be fine. My favorite tequila in the world is Tequila Ocho. Love that sheesh. What are your thoughts on going double tight end this year with Kelsey and Mark Andrews? Nah, hell no. I mean, if you got to use first, second round capital on them, I want absolutely no part of that. Guys, you should never be using an early round pick on a tight end. First round pick for sure off the table, unless it's super tight end premium. If it's 1.5 tight end premium, that gives you the league winning running back upside. Then I'm okay with it. But if it's half PPR and everybody else getting half PPR, or full PPR, everybody else gets full PPR, I ain't using it on a tight end. I'm sorry. 195 watching, hit that like button. Thank you for doing my job for me. If y'all are out there enjoying the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to fucking PrizePicks and nail that Matt Stafford over 0.5 passing yards, you fucking cowards. Bike to bike dumbass picks. Yeah, welcome to fucking my channel. Welcome to hell. Who do you think Baker's going to play for this season? I don't know. I'm not even going to try to speculate. Every time I do some shit like that, I'm wrong and I look like an asshole. Josh Jacobs or Gibson? Jacobs for me. All right. Let's actually make sure we're here for our pick this time. Cordarrelle Patterson at the 9.5. What wide receivers do we have available here? There's Tony, Michael Gallup. No one's super intriguing. What running backs do we have? We have Elijah Mitchell, A.J. Dillon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I might take another. Damn, I should have fucking waited. So many good quarterbacks still. Do we love Mike Gesicki? No. Super crowded. I would think about Gronk or Alberto, even Irv Smith later on. I think I'm going to sit on that for a second. I think I'm going to take another running back. So a few guys that I like here. I like Isaiah Spiller because I think he's got touchdown upside. I like Ramondre Stevenson because if he takes over, he has a lot of upside just as a 3-down back and a run-heavy offense. And I love Dameon Pierce. Y'all know I like the talent. I'm going to go Ramondre here. I think he's a good 0 running back candidate in the 9th round. I can't wait for the night with you. In a 14-team full PPR redraft, would you rather have picks 4 and 5 overall and draft Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, or have picks 7, 15, and 22 and take best player available? Well, I guess my question would be, what is the next pick after 4 and 5? My immediate instinct is that I would almost much rather have 7, 15, and 22. But if like the next pick after 4 and 5s, like 30 or something like that, I'd probably rather have those ones. Tremana. Yeah, Tremana's good too. That's the Rock one, right? Jacobs, all 10. Where's the best place to standard fantasy leagues with money payout? Most of these platforms don't have the ability to have money leagues on them for legal purposes. The only one that I've known that can do that is Yahoo. And I believe you can't even I don't think you could set the league up that way. I think you can join what they call pro Yahoo leagues where you can throw down 100 or 250, but you're playing against 9 other random people across the country. What you're usually going to have to do is just make your league on Sleeper or wherever you play and then set up a league within teamstake.com or leaguesafe.com and have that as like the wallet. Kind of takes place of the disorganization of doing it through Venmo. All-time favorite meal? Damn. I have no fucking idea. Absolutely none whatsoever. I've been sub for over a year. Listen to the videos before bed every night, fam. Keep it up, broski. I hope it's the only thing you do. All right, let's get biking to it. We had Derek Carr go off at 9-8. Renfro, bike-to-bike, little Raider action. There it is. Woods, Kirk, Lazard, Tony, Madison, Gage. Okay. Interesting. Fuck you. You took Dameon Pierce. I knew you were going to do that bullshit. I knew you was finna do that bullshit. We should probably take a tight end soon. Listen, Gronk's going to be bike, right? He's coming back for sure. They could run that shit back. I'm going to go with Gronk here because for the same reasons we love Mike Evans, without Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin coming back from the ACL, why shouldn't Gronk fucking eat? Why shouldn't Gronk eat? Why nobody feed Gronk? You know? I went ZeroRB last year and took Adams and Kelsey at the first. Made it to the championship. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's a really strong start. Any fucking start's going to work as long as you hit on the right players, realistically. Should I keep Javonte Williams or Jefferson half PPR with more money saved with Jefferson? Yeah, I mean, straight up in my rankings, I'd have Jefferson way above Javonte because Melvin's back. Do you think Eno is the handcuff over Darrell for James Conner? I didn't see what was the report on him. My thing is this: there's no clear handcuff. I would never. I don't draft handcuffs. My rule on handcuffs is this: if you don't know who the handcuff is, you don't draft a handcuff. We don't clearly know who it is in Arizona. It could be Darrell Williams. It could be Eno Benjamin. It could be Keontae Ingram. It could be a combination of all those guys, right? Unless we have clear evidence of who the handcuff is. Isaiah Spiller to Eckler. I know it's not evidence, but it's very easy to presume that. Tony Pollard to Zeke. Things like that. I don't draft handcuffs without knowing that because that just feels like a wasted ass pick. So Eno Benjamin was one of the standouts. That doesn't fucking matter. That's not a real report. That's fake news. Yeah, and again, y'all, if you're not in the Discord, that's linked down below. So if you're not in that, we drop the sleeper links to join to draft with us like that. Nice RBs, Nick. Nice fucking profile pick, Verzi. After 4 and 5 would be 50 overall. Yeah, no, we're gonna stick with the 7-5-22. 7-15-22. Thumbnail should read, I can't wait for the night with you. Dude, I can't stop listening to it's what's the name of this song? Ford, what is it? What are you? For the Gang. The number 4, The Gang by 42 Doug and Roddy Ricch. It's a remix, like a hip hop remix of that's I Can't Wait for the Night with You. It's so fucking bad, but it's so good. And we're putting together a promo video for a project we're working on, and I've literally just been listening to different songs to try to get the right background song for it, and I cannot stop listening to the song, and it's become a fucking problem. We are problem children. We took a tight end. All right, cool. Kenny G, Jacoby Myers. Yeah, I fuck with Jacoby Myers. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to put him in the queue just in case. James Robinson, Darrell Henderson. I don't even hate Darrell Henderson there either this late. I don't hate Gainwell or Tyler Algier. I think what we're going to do is take Jacoby Myers. He's just been shitted on for too long for being too good of a just a pure receiver. He's great at route running. Of course, he doesn't score touchdowns, but like I think he's going to be a PPR player again. I have 2 4th rounders, 1 5th rounder, 2 6th rounders. Where would Bijan, whoever else, the 2023 101 go in a startup? I mean, it's hard to say this early. I don't really play Devi, so I don't know what the rest of the class looks like. But if Bijan was in this draft class, he would be the RB1, which in turn would make him the 101. He'd probably be a first-round startup pick. He might be the RB2 or 3 in startup drafts. Who is it? Jonathan Taylor, and then I mean, it's kind of fucking ugly after that, right? Like the Najee Harris, DeAndre Swifts, but they're not first-round picks typically. I think Bijan would be right in that tier. Damn, dog. Twinning. Your thumbnail triggers my PTSD I acquired from the blizzard of 96. That was like some of the most fucking ridiculous commentary I've ever received on a live stream. What does that even mean? Your thumbnail triggers my PTSD I acquired from the blizzard of 96. Maybe I'm a fucking moron, but what are you talking about? It's a sleeper draft board. It's Kanye. It says mock draft with Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. If you go ZeroRB and Superflex, how quick you taking quarterback if you keep Jonathan Taylor and Jefferson? I mean, it would depend what wide receivers are there, but it would make sense that if you're going 0 running back, you prioritize quarterback. All right, we are at the end of the trail. And here's something I said the other day too. Like, Dameon Pierce I like more, but he goes in the 10th round. I'm also okay with grabbing Marlon Mack here as well because we don't actually know how that backfield plays out. I don't hate Raheem Mostert being synced up with his old coach as well. So I'll go with the better offense probably, and Mostert going back to McDaniels again. I think he has a shot to be the starter there. Ken Walker. Take a walk. Tyler Boyd or Van Jefferson late. Tyler Boyd. 97 new facts on the East Coast. We remember that. Mike Evans or Keenan Allen. Mike Evans. Marlon Mack is elite. Draft him. Sure. Bold prediction. Hurts gets injured and Minshew wins. That's just fucking something I don't need to be talking about right now. All right. I got to run because I got someone in the office that has been waiting for me to go out there and work with him. My good friend Noah, the GOAT. Check him out on YouTube. Noah Banks. Embrace the hype. Those tech reviews, etc. I got to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me again. Make sure you go hit that PrizePicks. Matt Stafford over 0.5 passing yards in week 1. Link down below. Use promo code BDGE. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Comment. All that bullshit. Join our Discord. And I'll see you when I don't see you.